Yo, Boots got
Mhm.
speed, bro. He's fast.
He is
Like
fast, without a doubt.
you can't even see it until you see the replay. Like, bro, Virgil Ortiz ain't ready for that smoke. But he says he is. I want to see it.
You know, for me, I think that Virgil Ortiz wins this fight. Now,
What?
yeah, I think Virgil Ortiz wins this fight. No,
No.
don't get me wrong. Don't let me explain. This is Cruz Boxing Score Card. Welcome to another episode of Cruz Boxing Scorecard.
Scorecard.
It's your boy Cruz, aka Crucito el Vago.
And it's your boy Henry. Don't forget to hit that like button at the bottom and subscribe.
All right, people. You know, we just watched the fights this weekend. Virgil Ortiz Jr. and he fought Erickson Lubin. I mean, I wasn't surprised. I wasn't surprised at all. I think the commentators really put too much emphasis on Lubin. I don't think he even was adequate enough to fight at the 154 right now. I mean, he got beat by Fundora, right? And Virgil Ortiz just fucking pounded the shit out of him. Pause. So he wins in the second round by KO. Henry, tell me what your thoughts were.
I felt the ref stopped the fight too early at the beginning. So, I mean, look, I was like, what the hell? Fight just started. But you did see Garcia, Ortiz's trainer, come out real quick with the stool.
Yeah.
I have him sit down right away because he saw that he was hurt. So I didn't notice that until a day later. Rewatched it. I was like, all right.
Yep.
But I still feel that ref should have let him hit the floor.
This is a dangerous sport, Henry. And if a ref could stop a fighter from getting punished even more, I think that's the right thing to do. I don't think the ref stopped it too early. I think he stopped it right at that time because when Virgil was pulling down that guard and hitting him with the right, which I think he's still trying to master, because that's something that
Lomachenko does.
Yeah, like the elite do. I've seen Canelo do it, but you know who does that really well? Benavidez. Benavidez does it really good. Pull down the guard and bang, right? I think when he started laying him out, boom, 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 he was out cold. He was out cold standing up.
I didn't see that.
Bro.
Personally, I was like, maybe a couple more punches than yes, but I felt like I felt it was stopped early.
Were you looking at his feet? What were you looking at that made you think that, oh, it just should have
Okay, I felt like he was all right. Yeah, he was stunned, but it was like a split of a second. It wasn't like, you know how when like the ref is like, yo, you need to fight back or I'm gonna stop the fight type of thing. None of that happened. It's like, and then he went around and like jogged towards them. You know what I mean? So it wasn't something that I just thought it was really early. Even if it was like 2-3 seconds after, then maybe if he got hit really hard and then he put his guard down, but his guard was up still too, and I don't know, but it's a good win for Virgil Ortiz. You know what? After seeing like the aftermath, like actual fans posting clips of them being on ringside, showing that Garcia's like, "Yo, this guy's messed up. He ran in and got on the stool." Then I was like, "All right, he was hurt," but at the beginning, it didn't look like that. You know what I mean?
To me, I knew he was out cold because when he got hit, he went down like this. He had his guard up, right? And he went down.
I would have like a couple more punches going in. All right.
Virgil Ortiz turned the corner and went boom, boom. He didn't even see those punches, and they landed. The ref knew it. He was like, "This guy's not. He can't even see what's hitting him." He had to stop the fight.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you this much, man. He was outclassed. He doesn't have a chin. Lubin, I don't even consider him a stepping stone fighter. He's a fighter. I want to give him his respect. You know what I'm saying? Not a lot of people could do it, but it was no match for Virgil Ortiz. But Henry, who did we see roll up into the ring after the fight? None other than Ennis Boots.
Facts.
Henry, this fight is going to
one.
be a good one. Henry, tell me what your thoughts about that.
Look, I think they're both really good fighters. I honestly, at the beginning, I wasn't a big fan of Boots, but after watching his last couple fights, I was like, yeah, He's a problem, and I got my money on Boots if this fight happens. I don't think Virgil Ortiz is ready for that kind of speed, and that's it. He's got Boots got speed, bro. He's fast.
He is
Like you
fast,
can't
without a
even
doubt.
see it until you see the replay. Like, bro, Virgil Ortiz ain't ready for that smoke, but he says he is. I want to see it.
For me, I think that Virgil Ortiz wins this fight.
What?
Now, yeah, I think Virgil Ortiz wins this fight. No, don't get me wrong. Let me explain. Now, Ennis Boots is nice. I'm not taking that away from him. He reminds me of like an Errol Spence. Nice, but does he got it? He has it, but is he top tier? Now, Ennis Boots hasn't fought top class fighters. He hasn't fought someone in the caliber of Virgil Ortiz. Now, when it comes to this fight, Virgil Ortiz has fought high caliber fights, and his chin has been tested. He's gone 12 rounds with Majamov. He knows he has the power behind it. The thing is, I don't think Ennis Boots, his chin, could outlast the power that comes from Virgil Ortiz. Now, can he hit Ennis? That's the real question, right? Can he time him to a point where he can hit him? Because if he does, because he has the IQ, he has timing. If he hits him, it's over. I think people are going to side with Ennis Boots, and that's wonderful. I think it's going to be a close fight, but I don't think it's going to be I don't think it's going to be like, oh, Ennis Boots is definitely going to win. I honestly think he's going to hit the canvas at least once. I think Ennis Boots is going to hit the canvas at least once.
We will see.
Yeah, we will see. I'm going to put some money on it, Henry. I want to see what the odds are.
Yeah, let's see what those odds are. I feel like that Boots might be a favorite.
I hope he is, because just like how Canelo was the favorite against Bud.
Yeah, that's true too. That's true too.
I just hope they sign the dotted line, because of this Saturday, they talked all the smack. They made it public. All right, sign the contract. Sign the contract. Tell everybody, put it on ESPN. Then I'll believe it. On to the next fight, Henry. Darius Fulghum versus David Stevens. This fight was a majority draw, okay? I didn't have it a majority draw. I had Stevens losing. I had Stevens losing by 2 rounds.
Oh, so you had the same thing as one of the judges, Javier.
Yeah, the first judge. Yes.
Yeah.
I had it just like the first judge. And it was funny because the wife was sitting next to me. I'm like, babe, watch. It's going to be 96-94 Fulghum. And then she's looking at me like, whatever. And then they announced it, and she's like, oh, yeah.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. I think Fulghum just kept on pushing Stevens' head down. It wasn't boxing, He was landing more. That's the big part, right? He was landing more. But what I didn't like about it was that he was leaving himself open. He left himself open a lot. And
I don't think he's in that caliber yet at 168.
No.
You know what I mean? Those two guys aren't great, aren't top tier for that weight division. So, but look, I thought the fight was boring. Like, there was a lot of grappling going on. The referee was getting really involved, like a lot, to have him really fight. There was a couple good shots, don't get me wrong, but they didn't hurt each other. They did not. It wasn't like, oh, I'm like stanky legging or anything like that.
Yeah.
I like Stevens. I feel like Stevens has got more skill than Fulghum, unfortunately. It's just Fulghum was just a bigger fighter.
He looked more busier.
Yeah. Well, other than that, I mean, I just thought it was really boring. But what I did find out, though, is that their both most recent losses was from the same guy. His name is Bektamir Milik. I can't even pronounce this guy's name, but it's Milikuziev.
We'll put it right there.
Yep. So basically, both of these guys got their most recent losses from him. This guy's only loss is against Philly's own Gabriel Rosado back in
Rosado. Wait, the real Rocky?
Yeah, he got knocked out by Rosado, but then they fought again in 2022, and that dude won by unanimous decision. I want to see that guy fight then, because clearly these two guys were such a great match against each other. They got a freaking draw. So I want to
Yeah,
see this guy.
Yeah, I agree. I think the fight was. I think Stevens had a lot of counter punches. Like his counter punches were nice. Like he just boom bang. Like he was hitting it up. But I agree, Henry. There's too much grappling, too much wrestling. The referee was kind of like guiding them from not grappling. They were breaking. It was just too much grappling. They needed to fight on the inside instead of grapple. That's what it was boring. That's why everybody thought it was a boring fight. I don't care who they fight next, to be honest with you.
Me neither. That's why I brought up the guy that beat them. I want to see him fight.
Right?
Facts.
Yeah, yep. So the next fight, Henry, Amari Jones versus Shady Gamor. Tell me what your thoughts were on that fight, Henry.
Obviously, these guys, they don't have a lot of fights, right? So Jones looked like the better fighter. He obviously won with the third round knockout. The other guy, his name was Gamor. That was Roy Jones Jr.'s fighter. And
it was meant to be because the fighter with last name was Jones.
Yeah.
Beat Jones's fighter.
Yeah. I mean, look, but I feel like they were both slow. Like there's so many, like they're not up there yet. I think there's a lot of work that they would need to do. But listen, Jones is a new up and coming prospect. I think he's gonna do really well, but he's obviously got to put in work. But his numbers are good too, because now he's got 15 fights with 13 knockouts. It's a good ratio to have. So he's looking pretty good. So maybe he's got to put in some work for that weight division, because there's who's really handling like that weight division at 160 right now. Like who's got it right now? You know what I mean? Like I feel like we're hearing more of 168 than anything, and 154. You know, it's a lot of crickets going on at 160
at middleweight.
Yeah.
I think this fight was decent. I mean, it ended on a knockout, right? Jones, he created his angles. I think he had better footwork. You could feel the weight behind his punches, like when he was hitting Gamor. I liked his feints. Gamor was reacting towards the feints.
Right.
You know, he was countering well. He was just a better fighter. He was a better fighter, and Gamor just couldn't keep up. He couldn't keep up. He didn't have the power behind his punches. I didn't see Jones hurt one second of that fight. You know what I'm saying?
No, definitely not.
I wasn't excited about it, but the way Gamor went down, of course, is not easiest thing to see. He kind of like sat down and just like, boom, you know. But Roy Jones, this guy, he trained. Apparently, the story goes, Roy Jones found him sparring and he was like, oh, this guy's too good to be a sparring partner, right? And he trained him. He brought it up.
Nah, he's a sparring partner.
Yeah. For the elite.
He's an Uber driver from Sweden, right? That's where he's from, Sweden?
Sweden. Sweden. You know, I also,
he's from Sweden.
Yeah, so apparently the news is Roy Jones is going to be training Errol Spence. I don't know why I thought Errol Spence retired. I was hearing from the grapevine there's so much shit that he was going to be retiring. But now Roy Jones is going to be training him, Henry. Any thoughts on that?
No good thoughts. I feel like everyone that Jones trains loses.
I was telling the boys this. There's a saying, those that can't do, teach, right? It could be the opposite too, because Roy Jones, he could do, so he can't teach, right? You could be the best fighter in the world and just be a horrible trainer. I'm not saying he's elite. He's great. He's one of the best fighters that I've ever seen go into the square circle. I've never seen speed and power so well balanced in my day, even till today. I don't think nobody has that balance like Roy Jones. He was devastating.
Yeah, he's one of the elites.
But that was him. That was his talent, right? How can you find that talent? You're always going to compare him with the fighters compared to him. Like the juice, right? He has the juice, right? He can't give the juice to Gamor. He's not going to be able to give the juice to Errol Spence, even though Errol Spence is nice. Don't get me wrong.
Errol hasn't fought in a minute, man. He needs to fight. Like, if he's going to fight, he needs to do it. Like, let him get a little bit, let him fight, Keith Thurman or something.
Something, right? Get him a cherry pick fight. Give him a cherry pick fight. Build him up. Maybe Roy Jones could build him up. Give him a cherry pick fight. You know what I'm saying? On to the next topic, Henry. We're going to talk about Edwards versus Voorhees, right? What I don't understand is how much people are saying Edwards is so talented. He's nice, don't get me wrong. For his weight class, he's very nice. He's a good prospect. But do I think he's going to be the it guy in his weight class? I don't think so, man. I don't think so. I think in this fight against Voorhees, technically Voorhees was like, he was that chubby white dude.
Yeah, his name was Joshua Edwards. You threw me off for a loop for a second. I was like,
Edwards.
wait, Edward Voorhees? You said Edward
No,
Voorhees.
Edward versus Voorhees. Edward versus Voorhees. Voorhees is the white dude.
Yeah,
Dude.
No, I got you.
Yeah,
but Joshua's only got 5 fights though. So like,
he's got
he
potential.
Doesn't have much. He does.
He's got potential. What I liked about him is how light on his feet he was. He was super light. He was creating the angles. He was turning the corners. He was making openings that he couldn't see. He got cut twice on both eyelids because he couldn't see the punches coming. And he was bleeding out. The corner had to stop the fight. His corner like kind of told the doctors to stop the fight. This guy has potential, but I think he has a lot of growth before we could say he's gonna be the next guy. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you never know. When it comes to the heavyweight division, it's so small that everyone fights each other twice. So
or 3 times.
Yeah. So let him get some more fights and we'll see. Because like I feel like a lot of the heavyweights, a lot of their fights are knockouts. Like he's 5 fights, 5 knockouts. Let's see him in 15 fights, 15 knockouts.
I'll tell you this much. What I loved about this fight though, Henry, Voorhees was bleeding, right? and the ref stopped the fight to get the doctor. And the doctor comes through and he opens up his eyelid and he goes like, oh. And Voorhees goes, Doc, please don't stop the fight. I bleed easy, please. He's begging the doctor not to stop the fight. The fight still goes on, but he was outclassed. He was basically Edwards' punching bag the whole fight. Totally different class of fighters. Totally different class. It's athleticism. It's the athleticism that Edwards has that won him the fight. And that's where I could see how everyone says, oh, Edwards is the next guy, but
we'll see.
He just, I don't.
I mean, we all felt that way about Deontay Wilder, and he's not.
But he was the guy. He was the champ. He was the champ. You can't deny the fact that, Henry. You can't take that away from him. And he defended his belt so many times. Every king falls.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say. There was one other fight, Robin Safar versus Miller Jr. This one was, I really just didn't like it. I was not impressed. This was another fight, Henry, that everyone was talking about. Safar could be the new guy in light heavyweight. They were talking about him fighting Apatow.
It's cruiserweight, right? Before cruiserweight.
Yeah, man, cruiserweight, the one underneath heavyweight. Yeah, but I wasn't impressed, man. This guy was flat-footed the whole fight. He couldn't finish, even though he was throwing haymakers and landing. Miller, his chin, holy shit, his chin should be fucking put in the Boxing Hall of Fame because I seen him take so many freaking punches and he just got back up. But the whole fight, he looked like he had the stanky leg. It was super fucking weird. It looked like he was hurt the whole fight.
Yo, Derek Miller, I just had to say, I'm looking him up. Derek Miller's fucking profile pic on the rec. He looks like somebody from like House Party, one of the bullies from House Party.
One of the bullies. That's fucking. But he had heart, Henry. He had heart, bro. He went the rounds with him. The ref took 1 point away, and when he took the point away, it was for an intentional headbutt. Like, when the round was ending, he gave him a headbutt. He took a point away. Even with that point away, I had it 99-90. He won the whole fucking fight. Every round in my book. I think maybe a judge or two had it too. But everyone was talking about how good he looks. You know, he has it. But I don't think
You're talking about Safar, right?
Safar. Robin Safar. He's not it. He's not disciplined. He doesn't have footwork. He may have the power, but he doesn't throw punches in bunches. He doesn't finish. These attributes are what makes a fighter great and puts him to the elite status, and unless he learns it, he's gonna still be fighting 10-round fights, Henry.
Yep,
And
I could see
it
that.
is what
I
it
mean,
is.
look,
Yep.
he's ranked number 10 in the cruiserweight division for the whole division. He's ranked number 10. So
Yep.
there's 9 more people ahead of him. I mean,
But
he's
the
a good.
cruiser-
He's a good prospect, I guess. But cruiserweight
Who's number
is
1? Zerto?
Gilberto Ramirez.
Zerto. He got injured with like I think a bicep injury, and he hasn't fought
He's
in
nice
a little
too,
bit.
though. He's
Zerto
nice.
is fucking nice. He is top notch. I think who beat him? I think Bivol beat him in light heavyweight, and then he was like, "Let me move up." And now at cruiserweight, he's dominating.
Yeah, that's his only L too.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Zerto is nice, and this guy has no way close to ever even beating Zerto. This guy wouldn't even come close to his talent. He would get knocked out. Shout out to
it goes
Miller
to show.
chin.
It goes to show the different like how there's so many different levels to it. You know what I mean? Like
there's levels to this shit.
Yep, levels to it. So Alex, let's talk about what's coming up. What are the next fights coming up? Let's talk about it.
Yeah. What are we talking about, Henry?
All right, so this Saturday, we got a rematch in the UK, London, the Zone, pay-per-view. Chris Eubank Jr. versus Conor Benn for the middleweight division. 12-round fight. I want Conor Benn to win, but I think Chris Eubank Jr. is going to take the bag. That's my opinion.
Who'd you give the first fight to? Do you remember?
No, I don't, but I feel I like Conor Benn overall. Yeah. I think he did well, and he did really well in the later rounds. I believe I gave it to Conor Benn because I remember Chris Eubank didn't look good in the later rounds.
Yeah.
Also, I remember Conor Benn, I want him to win, but Chris Eubank has been in that weight division for so long. He's used to being in that weight, and this is a move-up fight for Conor Benn again. Because he's fighting at 147.
It's a catch weight, though. Eubank's at 168. So he went down to 160. I think he looked very...
he's still a bigger fighter.
Malnourished.
Unless there's a rehydration clause or something, which I don't think they're going to do.
I think they did, though, because, you can't... if it's a catch weight. But, yeah, so you want Conor Benn to win, Henry.
I do. I do.
You know, I got this guy from London that comes to my job, and he's a customer, and we always talk about boxing. Today on his way out, I forgot to even mention it. I was like, yo, homeboy's name's Hamza, like Shiraz Hamza.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm like, yo, Hamza. I'm like, yo, you watching the fights this weekend? You fight? I'm like, Eubank Benn, bro. He's like, yeah. He was hyped. He was like, let's go Eubank. I was like, nah, kid. He's like, what? You Benn? I'm like, I'm Benn. He's like, really? Oh, man, you putting money down? I'm like, yes, I am. I think the first fight, Henry, was super close. I had it a tie. But I'm not mad either ways because, what is it? A round, 2 round, for my scorecard. It could have gone either ways. It was super close. Eubank coming down to 160 made him look he looked too skinny. He looked like he was out of his comfort zone. Benn looked amazing for moving up to 2 weight classes. And this is one of the reasons why I was telling people, watch Crawford. He's moving up 2 weight classes. It's going to look easy. Because it's not that much. I think, 10, 15 pounds if you're that good, if you got the talent. I think Benn, I think this is probably going to be a tie. This one.
You think they're going to make a trilogy out of it? I
think this one's going to be a tie. No, why not? I mean, it makes sense. It makes money, right? It makes dollars.
We'll see.
Right? But yeah, I think it's going to end up a tie. I think I'm going to put money on a tie and Conor, and then put money on Benn winning only because I want Benn to win. I think Benn winning, then you would get a trilogy either ways, right? Because Eubank won the first one, and then that brought him and his dad together, I guess. But did you see the sparring between Eubank's father and Durant?
No, I did not.
Bro, there's a video out there of Eubank Senior sparring with Roberto Durant, hands of stone.
And this, we're talking about back in the day, right?
Back in the day.
Okay,
Yeah, no.
okay. I
Back
was
in
like,
the
what
day
are they
when
doing now? What?
No.
What? What?
No, it was back in the day. I think maybe when they were, it was back in the day. It was
back in the
pretty cool.
80s. Back in the
It
80s,
was pretty
probably.
cool. It was pretty cool. Yeah, it was pretty cool. But yeah, I think that's the next fight, people, on Saturday. Like he said, like Henry said, it's going to be on the Zone. It's on pay-per-view. It's in the middle of the day because it's in London, good old United Kingdom, where we are just waking up and they have their nightlife going on.
Yep. 6-hour difference, I'm pretty sure.
6 hours.
From
So
Eastern Standard Time.
For the hooligans, they're waking up.
Yeah.
For the normal
Well, other than that,
Henry.
I mean, that's really it. We're going to call
really
it,
man.
All right.
Yeah, man. You know, I'll tell you this much, Henry. I love you. We need to make another bet. And we got to show the people again. And may it be a glizzy costume or two.
Not happening, bro. Not happening.
This is Henry in his glizzy costume, right?
Yo, shut up.
But Henry, go ahead. Close it out, brother. Love you.
All right. All right, guys. You could do it. I forgot.
Yo, my people, hit up our merch store. Link is below. We got hats for sale. It'll help us grow and bring out more content like what you're watching today. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Catch us on TikTok. We're out there. We're going to be putting up more videos of our episodes, more snippets. And then don't forget to tell your mamas, tell your papas, tell your brothers, your sisters, abuelitos, your primo hermanos, your aunties that are not aunties but are aunties to watch Cruz Boxing Scorecard. Peace.
Peace.